For now, let's start by making this collar. Then carefully draw the front side. This edge doesn't have the pink paste applied. This pink paste is used to secure the ribbon. It is inside. Wait a moment, we'll just sew directly from here. No need to draw on the side. Then here, we need to add a pink lining right here at the neckline. Then I'll first draw this horizontal line for everyone. If it's like a ribbon, if you have that kind of 2mm ribbon, then you can draw it at the 5 centimeter Mine is 4 millimeters. So I drew it around 3.3 and 4 here. The ribbons have different widths. Therefore, the effect varies as well. Then we sew it this way. Now, this part is sewn up. Next, we'll sew this side. If some sisters find it difficult to sew, they can use that water velvet adhesive tape. Stick it on top and then secure it. And do the same on this side. Sew it like this. Then after sewing both sides, then we align the front sides together. Then we sew it on the reverse side. When on the reverse side, when we sew this seam, we sew here. Threads like this are not secured firmly. You can sew it a couple more times. The thread should follow along this circle. Sew it up like this. This part will be cut off later. Then trim this part off. Also trim this part here. And after trimming, just flip it over. If you flip over these corners, use that adhesive to tidy it up. Then we'll press it with heat. After pressing it with heat, let's also press this part here. It's this hem of the skirt. The hem here has already been overlocked beforehand. And here are the seams we've drawn. And then just like this, first fold this layer in half. If you fold it in half, then fold it like this again. Then fold the bottom part in half. After folding it in half, fold this side again, then give it a quick press with the iron. Then you can also, if adding a ribbon, then first attach the ribbon like this again. As for the folding method, you don't necessarily have to follow mine. You can just fold it however you like. I just prefer it this way. It will wrap this part inside. I think it will look better. Also, it's convenient since we're pressing here. This way, it's more convenient. Now that we've finished pressing, we can press a top stitch here. Or you can choose not to press. This is all about your personal preference. And this is the effect of not applying pressure. Then I can show it to my close friends once I'm done. This is the effect we achieve after applying pressure. Now let's work on this top. Regarding the top, we start by sewing the shoulders. Then you sew the shoulders the same way. For instance, when we top stitch, don't make the stitches too prominent because we'll cut these off later. Then sew all the shoulder seams like this. After sewing it, open it up. Then we can open all the shoulder seams. And we can also press them towards the back. Then we place the part you mentioned towards the front. This creates a cross. It won't be too thick. This also depends on your personal preference. Then we take out that collar again. We can also draw a line here, then secure it properly. Once secured, We'll first simply fix the collar. Attach it securely on top. Now the middle part is secured. Then here we fix it in place right at this spot and like this. Then we cover the inner ring. After covering the inner ring like this, we just sew it directly like this, and also over here. You need to be careful when sewing here. That part is right here. Look, this part is already outside. We need to pull it a little. We need to pull it inward. Or we can trim it slightly. We must not press down on this paper thread. Then after sewing it properly, let's trim this part here. The cut here should be a bit bigger. Otherwise, it might not flip over. Once it's trimmed, continue sewing this side. Sew the sleeves properly on both sides. Then make a slight adjustment. Then do the same on the other side. Once we've finished everything now, we just turn it over. After we flip it over, we can give it a quick blanch, and then later on here, you can do it this way or place it outside. It depends on personal preference. Then we do it like this, fold it in half with the fronts facing each other. Then like sew the sides together like this. Fold it down like this. After folding it down, is it like this? It can also be like this. Then fold one side, then fold this side open like this. Then we open it. After opening it, fold it in half downwards. If you fold it in half, looks like this, then it's sewn up. And this side is the same. And now let's sew the hem of the skirt. Regarding the hem of the skirt, it's really up to you whether to add this ribbon. As for me, I tied a ribbon on it. As for the ribbon, what I do here is first fold this hem inward here. You start by folding the ribbon. You can fold it inward in any way. Then at this position, you can take a look regarding my position. It's the distance to this hem. It's about 1 centimeter. Then you can take a look where to place yourself. Then if you place it on top, it's about 1.5, just like this. And now we sew here first. Next, fold this part in, and here as well. The ribbon is also folded in. Then we sew this ribbon. As for the ribbon, it's about tightening it. After tightening, pressing with both hands, it will be more stable, so it won't move. Like after tightening, press and turn like pressing this. With one hand, then 2 hands, then press here as well. Then after sewing this side, I pull it back again, just sew this part up well, and then here fine. After sewing everything up, we come to sew this part. This part, we need to fold it in first. We don't need to handle this part for now. Then it's here. Make that fold on it. Then we just take this side. First, tie a knot on it. After tying the knot, pull this pleat on it. Then when pulling the pleat, if it aligns with the seam below, now let's pull this one from below, then the one above. We don't need to worry about it. Then we just keep pulling like this. If we pull it from the side, just tidy up as you go. Then gesture roughly this length, then just make some gestures. If it's roughly like this, we can tie it securely with a knot. And now the hem is already done. After finishing it, you can grasp this fold by hand and pinch it like this. Then the folds on top are distributed more evenly. And there shouldn't be any folds like this. And here then, actually you can, now sewing it together, in a moment it will be. You can even sew it together with the top. On my side it is. In a moment, sew them together. Then this is up to you personally. So now you just fix this here like this to secure it properly. Hold it like this. So now what we have is a shape that's already fixed. Once it's fixed, we start from here to begin tearing the seam. Then if the skirt is sewn on top, you can sew and tidy it up at the same time. Do you see this? It's just on the outside and it will be sewn in shortly. And with this, we've finished sewing. After sewing is done, we trim these loose threads. Then we overlock the edges. And now this is how it looks. After sewing it up, after finishing the edges, then it aligns with the top part. Then we start from here. We sew a visible seam line like this, the entire seam. Then press it down like this. And then it's sewn up. After sewing it up, we can also do something here. Also press a seam line on it. It's up to you whether to press it or not. Then on my side, I'll just take the sleeve here and press it as well. Then this is pressed down properly. And as for this part, pressing here is optional. And if it's not pressed, this part isn't fixed, right? It's because later buttons need to be attached here. When attaching the buttons during sewing, it's basically equivalent to, it functions to secure it in place. Then here you can also press a line here. And as for this skirt, we are done. Thank you all. Let's first explain the firewood pieces. It has two back pieces. Then the inner part is called one back piece. Then there is a complete single piece. Then one inner facing piece for each front panel. We need to pay attention. Don't flip this inner facing piece. If it's solid colored fabric, it doesn't matter. If it's patterned fabric, then you need to be careful. If it's drawn the wrong way, it might have ended up on this side, then this would be the front side. It could be right over here. It just doesn't line up properly. Let's take a look. It should be like this. So if you look from this side, if a piece is on this side, that is, if the wide piece is on this side, its internal name should be, it is inverted relative to it. On the opposite side, in the sense of its symmetry. On this side, so in this case, they are sewn together. Only then will they face each other directly. Then there is another issue. It is the edge area of the surface at the gate area. The pattern I provided is the mirror should be placed here. Then on our side, we need to add a 7 millimeter seam allowance. However, on our side, there is a position for attaching the fastener. So at the fastener attachment position, we also need to provide it with an extra 7 millimeters. Lock the edge like this and then fold it inward. At this position here, You can also make it wider if there isn't that overlock machine. Everyone can fold it inward again and again. It's all the same. Then this part needs to perform the edge locking. This seam division area needs edge locking. Edge locking is also done here. All edges are overlocked. It's this front piece. We need to overlock them separately first. After we overlock the door openings, both door openings are overlocked. Note that this edge needs to be serged. After serging the edge, take out our back piece, fold the back piece in half, face to face, directly facing each other, suturing the posterior midline and the posterior assembly. We will suture this side well. And then if everyone wants to, if you separate it left and right, then go ahead. If you want to separate left and right, just before stitching, serge the two pieces separately. It's just the same as the front piece. Then I directly overlock on my side, overlock the edges. After overlocking the edges, we sew it separately to the front piece, shoulder area. As for the back piece, next, let's work on this inner scale. Now, let's discuss the inner scale of the back piece. The marking indicates a whole piece. If I have two pieces here, then everyone needs to sew them together in the middle. Then for the hem part, we just overlock the edges. You can also just leave a bit more seam allowance. Fold inward, then fold inward press the seam. I will just serge the edge directly here. After finishing the hem, then we work on the shoulder area. That stitching. Be careful that when we do this, we must not flip it inside out. Let's just take a look. The front piece looks like this. Then this door frame area, we need to align it properly. That is not after sewing. It is reversed. So this one of ours is place the front piece with the right side facing up. Then place the inside piece with the right side facing down. Then we will know. Face down. This side is also face down. Then let's take a look. This door hinge position. Did we miss anything? Because one side of the door metal part is wider by 0.7 millimeters. So we need to check it. Then take them and pinch them together. Align the front sides face to face. Then sew the shoulder area. After sewing the shoulder area, then we take out the collar. I just fold it directly in half. It's this one. This line is a ribbon thread, not a sewing thread. It is a ribbon thread. I directly use the mirror. After drawing well on it, trace the ribbon line on it, then flip it over and trace it like this. Then these are two pieces. If everyone individually cuts them, this part needs to be sewn together. Here they are stuck together, so there is no need for stitching. Then on my side, I will first handle this ribbon. Everyone can take out your own authentic ribbon. Then if it's relatively wide, just press along two lines. If it's relatively thin, just press one line in the middle. I feel this side is a bit wide. So here I need to apply. Press two lines. Start here. Just follow this line. Just press it down. Everyone can directly press on it. On this line or then to this corner, we give it. Fold the ribbon like this. Then here, I'll show you all. To make it clearer, just fold it like this again. Then measure the seam again over here. Fold it over like this. Then continue along this line. Press it down. After we finish pressing it ourselves, just switch it back to the copper-colored thread. Then along the side seam here, we need to turn it inside out. Just make sure not to get it wrong. We are facing each other directly. Then sew it together. After cutting this area, you can adjust this to be a bit smaller. After sewing it up, along the edges, trim the seam allowances neatly. Then we turn it to the right side. iron it. We iron it neatly this way. Take out our finished collar, then find the center point. Align it with the center point. Then take this position of the front piece. Align it properly. Then take it and sew it up because we still need to sew the lining later. So on my side, when sewing, no stitching. That one doesn't stitch onto the seam line. Sew again within the seam allowance. This seam allowance. You can separate the left and right sides. It's about the shoulders. The shoulder seam on the outer part. You can choose either left or right. Separate it. This way the shoulder area won't be too thick. Or guide it to one side. After fixing it firmly, then we take out our collar. Cover it on this front section. That is facing the front. The collar is sandwiched between them. Then we take this back center part. There is the back middle part of the collar area and also the collar part, the neckline and the shoulders. That part of the sleeve, sew it together. Then we start sewing from the back here. When there is a curve, we try to make it smaller when weaving the fabric, while rotating the fabric to adjust the direction when paying attention to this side of the sewing machine. Don't pull the collar away, the other side. Neaten the sleeve as well. After neatly stitching all three areas, take out our serrated. These are the scissors with a patterned edge. I am the tooth scissors. Then trim this side a bit. If you don't have it, everyone can use their own scissors to make this kind of triangle or similar shapes. Triangular shapes like trim this. It out. Cut out the notches. Here, I directly use these scissors to trim. Be careful not to cut into the seam sealant. After everything is cut, we begin from the back piece here. Then I use this kind of straight pliers, insert it in, then take the plier piece from the shoulder area, take it out, then flip it to the front. Do the same on the other side. Then organize and iron it. After ironing it, that's it. It's more tidy. Then we face it forward. This is the side. Flip to the back side, then sew it together. Give it this lining. Also separated it. Then here, align it directly. Then take this side edge, sew it up. Possible. Stagnant rest, operate 1. Sew, and it's done. Speaking of which, once again, it's done. This time, Bren is using S. Take it. Then handle this side in the same way. Let it fold down. We sew the inside like this. Then we overlock the pant hems. This side edge also needs to be serged. Then the pant leg also needs to be serged. Then the serging is folded inward using the overlock machine. We serge the side edge that has been sewn. Then the pant leg is serged. Then we fold down and sew along this seam. Fold it inward, following the overlock machine seam. Then press the top stitch. For this hem, I personally use a 1 centimeter seam allowance. You can use a slightly smaller allowance. For example, 7 millimeters is fine. Then sew a 5 millimeter top stitch. After finishing the top stitch on both pant legs, let's first handle this side and sew a neat top stitch on it. The line I'm using here is this one, the bottommost line. If you don't get it right, draw another line above. I will finish pressing this line first, then press the next properly using the sewing machine. At this step, we tidy it up a bit. After pressing it well, we sew the second line for threading the cord. The spacing is 5 millimeters. The edge of the presser foot is exactly 5 millimeters. This fits perfectly along the edge of the presser foot. Once this is done, you can finally thread the cord. Next, we sew the front vamp area. This is the part. Sew the front sides together on this lower section. Here. Here is the position where the door flap comes over. We are at the folded section of the door flap. This side extends an extra 7 millimeters. This side is folded inward. Then here we begin slightly from the top of it. Then start sewing. Sew 7 millimeters, then press the seam and cut it cleanly. And then it looks like this. Then we press this seam toward this side. Let this seam lean toward the piece that's 7 millimeters smaller. Then it looks like this. Let's flip it over to the front and take a look. It just happens to press down at this spot. And on this side, everyone can secure the snap button, then cover it up. It looks like this. Then we handle the last step. Separate this as a part. Separate this part as well. Then we sew it together. The inner side of the front thigh and the inner side of the back thigh, sew them together facing each other. Then align the direction of this seam. This side needs to guide the front piece. This side needs to be guided 7 millimeters less. Then, for the back piece, we will guide it to the other piece. Then we sew that part and overlock the edges. After we sew and overlock it, flip it to the front. Our garment is now finished. And if you prefer overlocking, if you like to tighten the wires, here you can actually tighten a full loop of wire right at this position of the door reinforcement bars. Everyone can simply tighten a loop. For example, like this. Press it once, press between 0.1 to 0.2. You can also choose not to press. If you do a quick heat press, if it's very neat, you can also choose not to press. Circle around from this side. Then go under this collar, then press over to this side. And after pressing, it looks like this. Then take out our rope or a prettier string. Just use whatever you have on hand. Anything can be used. Then let's thread this waist rope. Mark according to the sample pattern. Marks for threading the cord. Then find the position here where we need to thread the cord. Everyone can also make these marks in advance, including the thread marks. Everyone should prepare in advance. If you don't prepare in advance, it's easy to end up in a situation it just gets crooked. It means the alignment isn't very straight. Then you can proceed here. You can use scissors or something like a needle. If the needle won't go through, then just use scissors. Thread it through this hole. Make a small cut on this side. Cut a small notch so that the needle can easily pass through. Then we take out our thread. Or ribbon. Here, I choose to use this kind of ribbon for making it. Then this, measure it according to this line. Pass it through this hole. Pass it through here. Then, everyone can leave it as long as they prefer. Then place it on the body to mark. Or follow the points that are marked. That is the distance of this rope. That is the distance from this end. It is about 10.5 to 11 centimeters. That is the waist measurement. That is the width of the doll's waist. You can also outline the body again. If you want it a bit looser, just leave a bit more. Then we can leave this thread a bit longer, then tie a butterfly knot to or add some other decorations. All are acceptable.